Hello and welcome back to High Vibe Time with Ashley and Teresa, raw and unfiltered. How are you, Ashley?
I'm good. I'm ready to roll. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Today we're going to talk about November's full moon.
Mm-hmm.
Last month we talked about the new moon, and so this month we wanted to make sure that we catch this full moon. And there's a couple of big things about this full moon that I looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Number one was it's the last super moon of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also called the Beaver Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And what from what I looked up, and this is just stuff I Google, so because I'm educating myself so that I can educate you all. But it was named after because the beavers are making their they're going to live for the winter,
Mm-hmm.
and excuse me, it's also significant in, kind of getting things ready for that winter time. And as far as we are concerned, as far as letting things go, which goes along with the full moon already. So what did you find on it, Ashley?
Yeah, I was as I was doing my Google search as well, because again, you guys listen, we don't know everything and we use the search engines just like everybody else does. Because my brain can only hold so much at this age. So we do look them up. But what we tend to do, at least I do, I can't speak for you, is that we we are pulled to certain information of what we do find, and those are the things that we share with you guys. But with all that said, um yeah, so the Native Americans, like you said, the Beaver Moon, but there's also other names for it. I'm just looking over here because that's where my information is. But it's also sometimes called the Frost Moon because colder temperatures are beginning to set in. It's called the Digging Moon because animals, I've noticed that in my backyard, our squirrels are digging to get the food, getting ready for winter. So obviously these moons are named after typically Native American um, things that they recognized that happened during that time of year. So yeah, there's a lot of um, different names for it. But basically, what I got out of it is it's preparing for winter. What do you do to prepare for winter? And it's funny because it's all the leaves are falling here. My husband's been on top of, getting the leaves out of the yard, and so yesterday I was on the back deck and I was blowing the leaves off the back deck. I go, I guess I'm winterizing. I took my hummingbird feeders down and I cleaned and I'm like, oh, I'm winterizing. Okay. And then this comes up today. And so that was really funny.
Hmm. I love it. One of the other things that I read that I was really pulled to that I really liked was that this is kind of a time of year where you look back on what you have harvested. What the way they put it is what you have harvested throughout the year. And the way that I took that is looking at how much growth that you have had throughout the year, and how far you've come, And one of the things that I wanted to mention while we're talking about this is there's been a shift in Pluto that kind of is affecting the energy and has been affecting it since I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget September 2nd. And I don't know about you, but this last 30 days for me has just been freaking insane. And Pluto at the first of the year, which the Pluto is the farthest away planet, and so it talks about the shadows and stuff. And it went from Capricorn into Aquarius at the beginning of this year. And then it shifted on September 2nd back into Capricorn. And the quote that I found was that it shifted back into Capricorn to tie up loose ends.
Mm.
And so I'm thinking that's what all of this stuff that's coming to the surface, for everyone to really look at and release and let go of those last little pieces, and then at the perfect time, because it goes back into Aquarius on the 19th.
Mm.
So just 4 days after the full moon, so we can really release those things that And I was thinking about it before we got on here. You don't even have to know everything that you're releasing. You can just say, with intent, I release the things that no longer are serving me, and really allow that energy of that last super full moon and this Pluto being in Capricorn and bringing those things to the surface to help and guide us through that. I think it's all
Yes,
plays
yes.
together really nicely.
And I have felt that too, and I know several of my clients have felt that too. Or just,
Mhm.
I've got already responses from my weekly email this morning about, oh, I'm feeling this too. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot of energy and et cetera, et cetera. And that is so true. And the one thing that you can do on the full moon is if you have the space and the area to do this, you can always write down those things too that you want to let go and then burn them. And so you can let them go. You can sit outside in the full moonlight. I feel like that's a country song. Sit outside in the full moonlight.
It should be.
It should be if it's not. But sit outside if it's, if you can, just soak up that energy. Please know that you don't have to do that to feel that energy. That energy, that full moon is there, whether we see it or not, if it's cloudy or if whatever, it's there. Some people don't sleep as well during the full moon. I'm the opposite. I always look forward to the full moon. I sleep like a baby during the full moon. So just remember, and we've always heard the hospitals are a little bit
Mhm.
crazier, wilder, busier. Schools, the teachers say the kids are a little hyped up on full moon. And so that means you too. It doesn't not affect you. So if you're feeling a little off or you're feeling a little more energy, that is possible that it's the full moon.
Yeah.
So, but yes, the full moon is a great time to release those things, set new intentions, especially this one because, like you said, the last super moon, we've got shifts in the planets. So it's just a great time to reflect back through the year and especially recent things that you are ready to get rid of.
Yeah. And there's always the, standard, charge your crystals, and with it getting the temperature changing, it can always be in the window seals, uh, and sage, especially, before you close up your house for the winter time, maybe this would be a perfect opportunity with the full moon to sage your house and kind of release the things in the house that are no longer serving you as well. We kind of sometimes forget that we need to, take care of our space as much as we take care of our own personal energy. And so, right before we close up the house, our spaces for the winter time, to clear those spaces with sage, with the full moon right there with us. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Do you have a card for us?
I do. I actually had two that jumped out today with together, and this is from my Nature's Whispers deck. And the first one is, uh-oh,
There you go. Right.
there we
Yeah,
go.
you're good.
It
Oh,
is
how pretty.
show your support. And I think that that is goes really good with how the earth and Mother Nature and all of it is showing the support with what we need to do with ourselves.
Yes.
And then the second one is amplify your positive
Oh,
emotions.
oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an angel? I can't tell. Is that a little
It's like a
angel?
little fairy girl.
Fairy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How cute. I love
It
that.
is, and she's just in the water, and and I think that, once we release those things that no longer serve us, then we can really focus on those positive things in our life and the things that are coming up for us that are good, that now we can see, now we have space for, to allow ourselves to feel and see, embrace, because those other things aren't there anymore to take up that space. So I
Yeah, and
love the
what
season.
and what I just heard or felt was that because of that card, once you release and let it go, go take a shower or go take a bath and just let it cleanse you.
Mm,
Water is so cleansing. So release that stuff, whether you burn it or just verbalize it or whatever, however you want to release it, and just go clean and release it that way as well.
Yeah, water is a good conduit for allowing that to kind of happen, and it allows you to feel it too. You know, when
Hmm.
I do it, I literally feel the stuff kind of washing away. You know, I do it as I wash. You know, washing my body. I agree completely. It's a very good time to do it once you've released that and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't forget if you like, don't forget to like and subscribe, I should say, to the channel. We put videos out once a week, and our information is also in the description. Teresa and I both have a Facebook group that we talk about all things positivity, body image, self-confidence, all things that are just empowering you as a human being. So check us out if you haven't already. And we hope to see you over there, and we hope to see you next time. Have a good week.
Bye, everyone.